Okay, thank you for coming out, everybody. A busy Festive Fixtures schedule coming up ahead of us, but I'm sure there's some questions, so yeah. Oh yes, Harry Smithington, British journalist. Now in his pre-match press conference, Jose Mourinho has claimed he has more managerial ability than you do. Would you care to respond? Oh, has he now? Interesting, he would think that, considering since I've taken over at Everton, he has spent £500 million and finished 5th the last 2 seasons. While at Everton during that time, we spent less than half of that. In fact, we have actually operated at a profit in the transfer market since I've taken over, and we have qualified for the Champions League every single season. Those are the facts, Jose. So would it be fair to say, Aussie, that Jose has got under your skin on this one? No, not at all. I'm perfectly calm. Moving on, we understand that Nicola Morrow has handed in a transfer request at Everton. Yeah, I can confirm this. Nicola wants some first-team football. We can't offer him that at this point in time, so I would expect him to depart the club in January, yeah. Finally, for me, Aussie, is there any update on Lucas Digne after his injury against Huddersfield Town? Yeah, Lucas has torn his some back muscles. Now he's recovering well. We're expecting, or hoping anyway, he'll be back by the end of January. If that's all the questions for today, then I'm going to go prepare to hand Jose's backside to him. Thank you. Hi guys, I'm Aussie and welcome to episode 50 of the First Star Challenge with Everton. And today we have the festive fixtures against Manchester United at home and Leicester City struggling. Well, not struggling that bad actually, they're the 11th. So not as bad as I initially thought. But anyway, Leicester City away. Two big games. Now, as you've just heard, Mourinho's been giving it to me in the press conferences, so we'll deal with him in just a second. But the first thing, we've had the Champions League first knockout round draw. Let's have a look at how that went. Alright, it is time for the Champions League first knockout round draw. We have been seeded as group winners. Are we going to get rewarded for that, or are we going to be punished, as can be the case? Second seeds, we have Barcelona, almost certainly. Almost certainly it's going to be Barcelona. We take Monaco. Bayer Leverkusen's got some good young players. We take Inter, Napoli, Valencia. We can't get City. We can't get Lyon. I mean, there's no real easy tie there, is there? That's not the best. I'd say Monaco, Inter, or Napoli. That's who I want. See who we get here. See who we get. It's going to be Barcelona, isn't it? Almost certainly. City's first team out. We can't get them. Porto get Manchester City. Napoli, this is one of the ones we'd like. Paris get them. Valencia we'd take, wouldn't we? We would take Valencia. Arsenal get Valencia. Monaco we'd take if we had to. It's going to be Barcelona. Lyon, we can't get Lyon. Bayern Munich get them. Oh, it is us, 100%. Here it comes. Oh, Dortmund get that. So it's going to be Leverkusen or Inter. I don't really want Leverkusen. Liverpool take them. So we get Inter Milan. We get Inter Milan. That seems doable. Have we played them before? Did we play them last season? We've played them before, haven't we? Almost certainly we've played them before. Let's go to schedule here, because we played them in the knockout round. Was it last season, or was it the season before that? It wasn't last season. Must have. Was it our first year in the Champions League we played them? It was in the knockout round, wasn't it? On the way to the final. Yeah, quarter-final. So we've beaten them before. We know we can beat them. Let's have a look at their squad here. Don't want to waste too much time on this, because things may change over January. Seamus Coleman, of course. We sold Seamus Coleman, so he'll be coming back to Goodison. That's a narrative, isn't it? We've got an unhappy defender here. Hopefully he'll leave. He's not that good, though. I mean, he's good, but he's nothing special. Icardi is their main goal scorer. They don't score a lot of goals, do they? Outside of Icardi, they do not score many goals. So I'm going to go out on a limb and say that is relatively doable. So there we go, it's Inter Milan, and we've beaten them before in the knockout round, so can we do it again? I'm sure we can, let's hope so anyway. Now, since last episode, just the 2 games to catch you up on. The first here was a good, solid 3-1 win at home to Huddersfield. Terry Cook with he got 2 goals. Both of them, the keeper just kind of spilt it at his feet and he tapped them in, so they don't draw pictures though, Terry. That's 2 goals for you, and Nikola Vlasic got the 3rd there. They got a late consolation goal, which was annoying. Now you can see Digne there got injured, which was alluded to in the press conference. He should be back in about 3 weeks, as I said, in the press conference. So, not ideal, but comes at a good time in a sense, in that it's not sort of in the middle of Champions League football. It's not ideal with the 2 Manchester clubs, but we should just about get away with it. Now, this game against Manchester City, this was a very, very even game. You can see we perhaps just shaded it, but our goalkeeper was one of the, if not the best player on the field. Stark got the goal. We got a little bit of luck, a free kick off the crossbar, straight onto his head, so we could head it in. We'll take it, won't we? We'll take it. We rehearsed that set-piece practice. We practiced it in the crossbar, and it paid off for us. So that was all well and good there. If we have a look at what all this means for the league table, you can see ahead of today's game, we're not doing bad, are we? We're 6 points off top. Should we beat Manchester United in this this is the game in hand with the last game on Boxing Day. Should we win this game, we'd only be 3 points off top. And looking okay in the Champions League spots as well. But should we lose, we'd go down the fourth. We'd only be a point. It would still be very, very tight. As it is behind us, you can see Arsenal 39, Manchester United 38, Chelsea 38, and Spurs also on 38. So we've done well. We've clawed ourselves back into contention here. But still some work to be done. All right, let's go and have a look at the team that we're sending out to face Manchester United. The other thing I did allude to in the press conference was that Morris handed in a transfer request. We'll let him go. We're not using him. He's on 58 grand a week. He's injury setting back a little bit, I think. So anyway, this is the team. It's Lafont in goal. It's Timon, Stark, Luis Felipe and Milo as a back four. Witsel and Canante in midfield. Rafinha, Vlasic and Richarlison in behind Davy Selke up top. Yeah, they're a Mourinho team, aren't they? Looking very, very defensive. Yeah, I mean, if you had those players, surely you'd want to sort of show them off a little bit more than that, wouldn't you? All right, let's go and have a look at what we can say here. Just go out there, relax, the result will come. I think I like that. We're favourites for the game, which on recent form is probably fair enough. We have just been on an absolute tear in the league. I don't think we've lost since like September or something. We got a bit of a dodgy start, but we played a lot of tough. We're sort of coming back into that run where we play a lot of the bigger teams all at once. So what we've done really, really well is just absolutely destroyed the rest of the league, basically. So that's good. Now we're going to sort of show that we can do it against the big boys. We weren't necessarily a better team against Manchester City, but like I said, it was an even game. We certainly weren't second best, and we got the bit of luck. So that was all well and good. This looks a little slow. Everything's fine there, yeah? Okay, come on, boys. Come on, let's pick up the pace here. Vlasic in for Selke. It's a long kick-off highlight, which is starting to make me nervous now. We don't want to go behind early here. Can we win that ball? We can. That's not a good header though, mate. Ramos is just coming back from injury, so he's not quite match sharp. And I wonder if that's going to cost us a goal here. Oh, good save from Lafont in goal. We needed that. We don't want to fall behind early. So a Jose Mourinho team that is just going to sit back and try and counter-attack us, aren't they? If we can get in front, then they have to come at us a little bit more. Oh, Lafont with an unconvincing but good save. Let's maybe just try and demand more here, boys. Hasn't been the best start, has it? Alright, come on, let's get this clear. Let's go at the other end. There we go. Scare them off. Yeah, I mean, what else has been happening? There is, of course, a transfer window coming up after this episode, so the January transfer window will open. I'm not really expecting to do much. Oh, Jesus. We just need to try and get out of this with goal intact and ride this little storm out here if we can. Alright, they're looking inspired now. There we go, there we go. This is more like it. Can we do something from the corner ourselves? Back post, it's headed away off the line by Fernandes. Might have been hacked clear, I think it said, not headed clear. But that's still something, isn't it? It's a highlight for us because we've not had many of them yet. Yeah, not really expecting to do too much. I think Morrow, as I said, he wants to leave. I think we'll let him leave. I think his injury that was it last season, 7 or 8 month injury that he had. It was an Achilles. I forget what it was now. It was a serious injury, and it's just kind of both blocked his progression and I think it's kind of blocked his way in the team. To be honest, where I think we just moved on. Canente's sort of taken his spot in a way, or the spot I had lined up for him. Ball comes in, headed away. Canente's still there. Witsel, what can he do? Goes back. We're not exploiting the flanks right now. I'm wondering if there's not that much space out wide, is there? So it's probably not something we necessarily want to do. Vlasic in a bit of congested area there. There's got to be someone coming into this space here. Look at the space. Rafinha, here goes Rafinha! Oh, Rafinha, what a goal! What a goal from Rafinha, 5th goal of the season. He had half the Manchester United team around him and he still managed to find a way and blasted that ball into the back of the net. Let's have a look at it was so congested over there. I thought we had to surely go out here to find some space, but look at that. 3 men around him, not enough. They needed a fourth and a fifth to stop Rafinha. That is a stunning goal from our Brazilian winger. Excellent, excellent stuff. Let's demand a little bit more. See what happens from this first. Milo over a free kick in for Canente. Vlasic, what can we do out here? Look at your man, look at your man. Oh, are we going to win that ball? Lukaku's there. Surely the second man, though, in Stark will mop that up for us and we can go again. I do feel like we need to sort of switch the ball a little bit more. Here goes Rafinha again, back for Canente. Canente with a bit of time and space, and he's put it just over the bar. Unlucky, unlucky, unlucky. Come on, boys, let's demand more of this. We're doing well, we're doing well. We've certainly sort of recovered. It was a bit of a ropey start, wasn't it? But we've definitely come back into it since then, taken the lead, and this would be absolutely huge. I'd love nothing more than to stick it to Mourinho at full time, to be honest. But there we go. It was a very Mourinho thing to say, wasn't it? I just have more ability. Like, F off, Mourinho. Alright, what do we say? The match ratings aren't good. The goalkeeper has been one of our better players. We'll say we're not pleased with that. Try and fire him up a little bit here. Try and get a little bit more out of him. What we don't want to do is think that we've got this game won, because we clearly don't. The one good thing, as I said, about being in front is that at some point they're going to have to put the bus into reverse and try and come at us a little bit here. I should say too there will be a goals of the month at the end of this episode, so that's probably worth sticking around for. Dare say we'll get a second look at the Rafinha goal as well. He goes Pogba. I saw he got named in the PFA Team of the Year this year in real life. Obviously, how is he in that? How is he in that Team of the Year? Not that I watch Manchester United that often, but it seems like every time I do, he's just anonymous. And when I don't, it's just everyone complaining about how much of a bad influence Pogba is on the team. So I don't really understand how he's in that team. Anyway, maybe he has been playing well, and I don't know. Maybe the voting was done when he was playing well when Solskjaer first came in or something. It is famously done, isn't it? Ridiculously early, so maybe that's the case. Oh, Lafont, easy, easy, easy. We do just maybe need to concentrate here, boys. You know what we might do if we can get this clear? Oh, that was bad marking from the set piece. I was just going to say we might compact up our lines. We might need to do that anyway. Let's wait and see how we respond to that. We'll give it a show some passion. We haven't really come out this second half, and it's just to concede from a set piece. Look at that. There's no one marking. I'm going to have to work on that. We've got 3 men marking nothing, and then 3 men behind them in completely unmarked open space. Witzel's looking nervous on a booking. We do have... Who do we have on the bench? We have Davies on the bench. Is that perhaps something we can look to do? Let's try to demand more here. Selke hasn't had his best game right now. What we might do, we might look just to change his role to a complete forward. See if we can get him involved a little bit more. With the Leicester game coming up so soon, I want to try and keep... because we basically have one day off and then Leicester. So I want to try and play a completely fresh team in that one. We'll give it a demand more here. To be honest, if we get a draw out of this, as I said, it's not the worst thing. Can we do something really, really late on here? We've gone backwards. Canente, you've got to put that ball in the box, mate. Time on for Milo, and there's at the end. What a disappointment. Put it in the mixer, son. Overall, I think a draw is probably fair, given that they had 18 shots, 14 on target. But it's the way that we conceded the goal is what I'm disappointed about, I think. But there we go. That's not bad, is it, really? We're still in the top 4. Only 5 points back from the top of the table, which isn't... we would have taken that when we were languishing down to lower mid-table early on in the year. So that's all good. Guys, wait right there. Anything here of note? Doesn't look like it. Well, there we go. If Lukaku got a second, we would have got £1 million out of it. So not the worst thing. At least if someone had to score, someone that gives us a little bit of money down the line. Anyway, guys, as I said, wait right there. We'll be back for Leicester City away. Okay, welcome back. It's time to go to Leicester City and hopefully pick up 3 more points. Let's have a look at the team we're sending out. It is all change. We're keeping the formation the same, but we are changing the players for the most part. So it's Lafont in goal, Robertson, Tar, Pennington, and Kenny as a back 4. Berg and Davies coming to midfield. Richarlison, we're switching wings with Sergio Gomez and Bernard coming in down the left. And Terry Cook, he goes up top. Now, the one thing that I am concerned about coming into this transfer window, just to quickly point out, is the players that are wanted. Tar is wanted by Arsenal and by Barcelona. Davies is wanted by Chelsea and Spurs. We should be able to see that off. That's no problem. Terry Cook is wanted by Arsenal. We should be able to see that off as well. That should be fine. Rafinha wanted by Milan and Barcelona. That could be a problem. Felipe wanted by Manchester City, Atletico Madrid, and Barcelona, and Nick Stark is wanted by Barcelona. So I think the big problem we're going to have this coming January is just keeping our team together. I think what I'm going to have to do is just try and, if someone's insistent and they want to leave, if an offer comes in, is just tell them, stay till the end of the year, and then I'll let you go. I'm going to have to just try that, I think, because otherwise, we don't want to get our squad picked apart mid-season when we're playing really, really well, and we could be a chance of Champions League this year. Because our defense is playing relatively well. Our wingers are just on fire. The only thing that's maybe lacking a little bit is maybe striking. But to be honest, as long as the wingers are getting goals, it doesn't really matter if Selke isn't scoring that much. But we know he can be absolutely lethal on his day as well. So it's not like I'm not worried about him necessarily not scoring. It's ideally you'd like to have all your players scoring all the time, but that's obviously never going to happen. Terry Cook's looking a little anxious there. That's not ideal, but he got over that pretty quickly, so that's good. They're looking disinterested, which can only help us a little bit. Let's see what we can do here. Work to do from the corner. Unfortunately, with only the day's break, we didn't get a chance to work on defending set pieces or corners in between games. So we just need to trust that we're going to do a little bit better than we did last game against Manchester United, of course, with that horrid piece of defending from the set piece. Different players here, though. Different players, so hopefully they'll do a better job. Albeit this is probably our weaker team. The reason I played Richarlison back-to-back games is because he was complaining about first-team football. So I gave him a start, and I might even do half him. He might do the first half, and then we might bring Rafinha on for the second half. We need to get in front of this. That's off the crossbar. Little bit of luck going our way here. Can we launch a counter-attack with Richarlison? Bernard should be up there somewhere lurking as well. He dinks one in. Terry Cook brings it down beautifully. Terry Cook! Oh, unlucky! Kasper Schmeichel sticks out a big hand and unfortunately ruins our afternoon. All right, come on, Gomez. Let's get a nice quality ball in here for someone to get the end of. It's a good ball. It's over the bar. Is it a corner again? It's a risky header towards your own goal there, isn't it? You think you try and flick it on. Gomez again. Back post, that's not the best. Pennington should clean that up. Can we get a ball back into the middle here? And that's a foul. Filthy ref. It's a red card. All right, come on. Is that it? That is going to be it. Not the best first half we've ever played, I will give you, but 0-0, we're still in the game. That is the main thing. Let's maybe give it an aggressive. I'm not happy with that. We'll tell Gomez not to get himself sent off. We've got a demotivated Anthony Robinson. He wanted first team football. Why are you demotivated, mate? You've got to prove that you want it. If there's someone I might consider selling, other than Morrow, obviously, if Robinson had a bid come in for him, I wouldn't bargain too hard for him, to be honest. We have a couple of promising left backs coming up through the academy. Not as good as he is obviously right now, but potentially could be 3-star players. So I don't necessarily think it's something we need to. We have two better players than him to play that position now, so we don't necessarily need to fight to keep him at the club anymore. If he stays, fantastic. If he wants to go, then we'll wish him well and send him on his way. All right, we need to create something here, please, boys. Robinson goes in for Davies. We haven't seen anything of Tom so far, have we? Out there for Richarlison. We might look to make the change for Rafinha in a second here. That's a good ball for Bernard. Brings it down. Can he find someone in the middle? He can. It's Terry Cook! He's been on fire scoring lately. That's his 8th goal of the year. It's his best season for Everton now, I'm almost positive. And what a goal that is. Excellent timing, excellent play. Love me a bit of that. Richarlison, that's a good ball, wasn't it? Richarlison and Bernard have like a telepathic understanding. It's just ridiculous. And look at that cross from Bernard and Terry Cook. No mistake at the near post. Expertly tucked away. Schmeichel, no chance. And that is the lead for Everton. That's what we needed. Now, can we build on that? Let's not go and concede straight away, please, boys. Let's win that header. Well done, Tar. Can we get the second ball? We cannot. And Ndidi there. Now, Ndidi was someone we have looked at signing. The money to try and sign another Premier League player is just ridiculous unless they're not wanted by the team. It's almost impossible unless you're sort of Manchester United or Man City, I would imagine. Tyson trying to bend one and almost certainly had Lafont scrambling, didn't he? We can take it off attacking now. Let's go back to positive. Let's give it maybe a demand more here when we can. Sander Berg's not having his best game. Neither is John Joe Kenny. We need to defend this corner. Come on, boys. Let's not concede from 2 set pieces this episode, please. Oh, Dummett's there. He can't miss. It's a foul, ref. It's surely a foul. Dummett doesn't score. Something's gone wrong there. It is offside. I was going to say, Dummett just doesn't score goals. Oh, I tell you what. Oh, the goalkeeper. I was going to say there's a man on the line, but the goalkeeper was out. That was lucky. All right, come on, Sergio. Let's wrap this up. Oh, it's a good effort. Schmeichel with the big hand again ruins our afternoon. Let's give this maybe a... when we can. Let's get rid of that. What do we say to this? Maybe just to concentrate. We're coming towards the end here now. It's another set piece for Gomez. Knocks it in. It's a stunning ball in. It's another goal. Jonathan Tah this time. It's his first goal of the season. It could be his first for the club. It is his first goal for the club. Excellent stuff from the big centre-back. 2-0. That should be the game. We'll give it a concentrate. Just make sure that we don't do anything silly here. We will just start and close this thing down as well. And make sure that we don't do anything silly. We will keep counter-pressing because they're a passing team. We might just close up the lines, make it a little bit more difficult for them. We'll let them pass it out from the back if that's what they want to do. That just wastes a bit of time. There it is. Stunning ball in, and look at that. That's as bad as our defending against Manchester United, isn't it? 2-0 now. We should have the point secured, and we come straight back. Oh, come on, boys. I did yell out concentrate. Maybe they were distracted by me yelling out concentrate. That'd be ironic, wouldn't it? All right, come on, boys. Come on. That should be easy enough for Kenny. Back to the keeper. And safe as houses. Safe as houses. Never in doubt. They certainly look like they want to press us high up the field, don't they? It's close, small, simple passes. Move it around. There we go. Ole, 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 ole. This is what how good was that as a little passing movement? Terry Cook on the ball. Goes back for Bernard. Nice little 1-2. Kenny square it. This is wonderful stuff. Sergio Gomez. That's a stunning goal from Everton. 4th goal of the year for Sergio Gomez. 3rd goal of the game for Everton. We are cruising to victory now. And that was a stunning. You missed a lot of the build-up play on this replay, but that was an absolutely stunning goal. I'm really, really happy with that goal. It was just quick, sharp, close passing. It just shows we can do that as well if we want. We can walk the ball in the back of the net, or we can just, counter-attack with our wingers, lump a ball in for Selke. We can score any sort of goal. What a game this has been. 3-0. A little bit of luck, perhaps, from here and there. The Dummett offside, perhaps, was a little bit more good luck than good fortune, than good management. But there it is. Liverpool's won as well. That's a bit disappointing, but that's a stunning win away from home with a completely different starting 11, apart from Richarlison, to the one that played Manchester United. We have depth. We have everything about us. This could go on to be a really good year for us. So superior finishing. It was some good finishing in there, wasn't it? So that's it for today. Just the goals of the month to come. Fury at half time. You forget I was angry at half time, don't you? What a second half that was, though. As I say, just goals of the month to come, but don't forget, if you have enjoyed that episode, to hit thumbs up, and if you are new to the channel, welcome. Make sure you subscribe and ring the bell if you know when I upload new episodes. At the time of recording, I'm just below 1,000 subscribers, so thank you everybody who has subscribed. I'm so close to getting to that 1,000 milestone, which is just unbelievable. So let me know in the comments, who should we sell, where should we strengthen? As I said, I'm more concerned, I think, with just keeping the players that we have, our star players, and just seeing where this season can take us. Because we have a quick look at what the league table looks like after the Christmas festive fixtures. We're sitting in second. Man City plays Spurs, it looks like. Oh, there's some teams down here as well. So that could go anyway, but worst case scenario, we're going to be sitting third, which is really, really good. As I said, that's it for today, though, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I've been Aussie Villain, and here are our goals of the month for December. Take care.